high-tech company with a favorable tax environment be enough to attract you to locate your headquarters in an area where the schools are falling apart? How would your employees take that? How would they want to go to that location?
Well, that's the beauty of that, I think. If I'm a high-paid CEO and I have IT companies, say Silicon Valley or Detroit's actually right up there right now coming back. I think there's different education funding is local, state, and federal. I think those local, people complain about Bloomfield Hills and how much they get per pupil compared to other areas. They pay $10,000 per pupil out of their local taxes. Other places don't do that. And they get their 6%. They're getting $16,000, where other places they're happy to get 6 to 9 to 12 tops. So I think that company, the local taxes would probably go up, which would give more funding to the education. So their per pupil ratio would probably go up. Just because you get more funding doesn't mean you get better schools. You look at education now, they're saying parenting is the key to good education. Will just pumping money into schools make good parents? That's a tricky question. I'd love to know the answer because that means I'm a CEO.
So the state has no responsibility. It's all on the parents now.
No, that's just you look at all the educational experts, the Diane Ravitches of the world, and what they have to say.
You locate a knowledge company in Muskegon Heights?
Pardon?
You locate a knowledge company in Muskegon Heights?
I cannot.
I'm a guy.
Answer because I've contacted my state reps and they don't know and they're touching into it. So my question is, with the fall of our school district, there will still be a 12 point whatever million debt that's left, okay, that district will still have. And I commend the man here because I do too have a problem with the fact that the state looked at the books and knew that there was a deal going on, but yet still wrote another check to allow the school to function when they were already in debt. So part of me feels like part of that debt should be shifted off, re-looked at, but to still have that district under that time crunch to pay it off at the 3-year period of time, I think is unfair. That's me talking as a citizen. But then the question that I have is, if that debt, how is that debt going to be paid if the constituents of the city of Muskegon Heights says that we are not voting for that millage? We will not. We won't support that. What happens to that debt? Because I understand that the state still wants their money and all the other entities that are owned by that district. What happens to that debt? The city has worked very hard to keep our city out of receivership in spite of all the forces around us. The city has done very well to keep the city afloat. So we're not in the receivership status anymore. We're not on the watch list. We've done what we need to do. I need to make sure that the city of Muskegon Heights can stay there.
I'll take that back to the federal government. I wonder about that $6 million. Like in Highland Park, they kind of fund about $1 million, $10 million just so the teachers got paid. It was a week-to-week basis. They were, you can't guarantee there's $8 million. I wonder if that's some deal like that. The reason they get sick, or did they just? I can't speak for the children's office, but I'll be happy to get that.
Here we are.
My name is Anna Albury. I actually live not too far from here in the neighborhood that is losing its neighborhood school. And as Kelly was speaking, that has been our community center for many years. Even though I'm a new arrival, I stepped into a community that was very supportive of the public school and supportive of the program run through it, including the summer feeding program, which we don't have this year. And given the high amount of poverty in our neighborhood, not having a place to feed our children is very, very difficult. And while our children will adapt, they're going to be going to another school next year, then I'm sure they will make great friends at and will be absolutely wonderful for them. It's still a hardship. It is a very difficult thing, and part of these cuts, we are losing staff. Now, the Search Institute's 40 developmental assets state that while, yes, parenting is important, these assets need to be made up by other caring adults in the student's life. From mentoring, which mentoring programs are losing funding as well, staff in the public schools, paraprofessionals, and other adults, usually that are funded by grants. If we don't have that funding, we don't have those caring adults to step in to help to be that bridge when those students' parents can't meet for one reason or another. Thankfully, in our public school, we did have a lot of that support. We had a lot of love for our kids, and even when our kids didn't get things at home, they got them at school. And one thing I would like you to take back to Lansing is a poster that at our closing ceremonies, our families signed, and our children signed, that just asked, well, where's the love for us? When we don't have food, when we don't have support, when we don't have a place in the summer to put our catch camp, so our kids can go indoors when it rains like it does today. This isn't something that's easy, there is no simple answer, but I would like him to see a very physical reminder of just exactly what we're dealing with here. Of all of our children signing, all our families signing this, because, you know, he gets the words, he hears it from us, he hears it from you coming back and recording, but he doesn't necessarily see it in a children's handwriting, and I think that's very important for him to have. So thank you for your time.
Yay!